IVM.
Hi everybody, just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys.
All right, hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. We have momentous news, and to celebrate that with me, I have two more fake Newcastle fans, Tanuj and Yash. What's up?
Woohoo!
Ole,
ole.
All right, Yash.
Yeah.
Our search is complete. This is the club.
Yes,
This is it.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, since I've always said that Alan Shearer was the best player ever in the Premier League history, who is a legend of our club.
Yeah.
And we have discussed this so many times on the podcast, it would be amply clear for our listeners that we are all Newcastle fans.
Yeah, if it was not clear till now, it is. Baru, when are you going to stop this charade of Arsenal and just get on the bandwagon?
Bandwagon. Saru, since 9th December 1892, which is the founding date of Newcastle, I'm a fan of this glorious club, which was it was formed by the merger of Newcastle East End. And can you guess what the other club was?
West End.
Yes, wow. See? They're all really well-known, knowledgeable fans of this glorious club.
All right. Yes, there was a seismic event in 1990-91 when East Germany and West Germany tore apart the wall and came together, right? Is this occasion as momentous as that?
No, even more so, dude. This is this is like the Russian Revolution, dude. It's more momentous than some silly event.
Okay.
Like a wall or something.
All right. So explain why.
No, because now Newcastle United is a glorious club, a club of the people. And just like during the Russian Revolution, the communists took a country and gave it to the people and ended a monarchy. Now the monarchy of the evil Mike Ashley has ended. And now the people have got their club back.
Yes. So they were celebrating, like, imagine all it needs is some dictatorial Muslim royalties to buy football clubs and these hungry Christians just lap it up. That's all it requires. They're all wearing Saudi headgear. In fact, they're like posing with Saudi flags outside Newcastle. Club is back.
Is this the end of xenophobia? All it needed was some money.
Yeah, I mean, dude, didn't you see that with Mo Salah scoring goals? Hatred and violence against minorities reduced 17% in Liverpool. There will be no hatred in Newcastle anymore. It's done. It's over.
If Salah is reducing hate crime in Liverpool, I'm assuming Kante has got hate crime to West London then.
Dude, why are you moving so much?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fast-moving world, Saru. You need to keep up. I mean,
not anymore. It's done. I have a club for 25 years. It's over. I got so confused, Yash, thinking that, I was like, who owns Newcastle? Is it Amanda and her husband, whoever that guy is, right?
I mean, they own a tiny piece of
10%.
Yeah, so which is I mean, they are tiny compared to the other 90% ownership, which is like a roundabout way of saying that a country owns your club.
But does the country own the club? And this is where it gets interesting. 80% of Newcastle is obviously owned by the Saudi state. Sorry, we can't say that because Premier League has given an approval that there is a distinction between Saudi state and PIF, which is a Saudi state's investment body, right? So since they approved a clear distinction, 80% is owned. You know who owns the other 10%? So Amanda and her husband own the 10, but the other 10% is owned by who?
I guess I skipped that part in the article.
Football Twaddle?
No. Oh God, no, dude.
We wish.
No. It's owned by Reuben Brothers. Reuben brothers are the second richest family of England. Their net worth is $20 billion on their own. So even if Reuben brothers alone had bought Newcastle, they would have still been their wealth is almost close to the Abu Dhabi guys. And the Reuben brothers, where were they born? In our
Israel?
Mumbai.
What?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And one more fun fact. The son of one of the Reuben brothers was a board member of QPR for 2 years between 2018 and 2020. And his mentor was the chairman of QPR, a guy called Amit.
Oh, man. Thankfully, they just own 10%.
Yeah, so they own 10% and they're huge property developers, and one guy came from scrap metal. So these brothers on their own are very rich, plus the Saudi state. And another fun fact is that the Saudi states or PIF's Saudi royal family's net worth is $35 billion more than the combined net worth of all the other 19 Premier League owners.
Yes.
So, having said all that, will they be lifting the Premier League trophy next season?
No, not next season. Next season is too early. Newcastle still has to go through its Robinho phase. Right? They need to sign some world superstar or next big thing, which will give them instant headlines everywhere. And they'll stumble across. Maybe this season they'll just manage to get mid-table, and it's only during the next season that they'll try to get into Europe with a few clever signings. I mean, that's the only right way to go through it. And in a way, Mike Ashley has done Newcastle one favor by not spending money in the last couple of years. So whatever little problems with FFP that may have arrived, they won't arrive now.
FFP arrives only if you qualify for Europe.
Is that so? How are these random clubs getting relegated then, or getting sanctioned?
No, not FFP. There, whatever other financial problems that may arise, do not arise.
At this point, no. But this is here's a question. When Manchester City got bought, they started buying Gael Clichy, Bakary Sagna, like all the Arsenal left backs, right backs who look alike, right? So that phase is over. Arsenal itself are in a bad situation right now. So Baru, which club is Newcastle going to raid right now? Who is going to be the feeder club like Arsenal was for the Manchester City?
I don't know. I just think it'll be a really huge power move if they make Sunderland like their feeder club. God. I think this will provide us drama for the years to come. Like Sunderland just becoming a feeder club.
Just have cameras outside those two stadiums. They'll have content for like 4 years. Yeah, but there are rumors now, Yash, that everyone on Manchester United bench is just going to move en masse to Newcastle.
Oh, I hope that happens, but I think that's not going to happen. Maybe one or two will go.
The names I have read as rumors are Anthony Martial. Imagine the ambition of the club. How can you even judge that this club has ambitions where the first name they put out as a transfer rumor is Anthony Martial?
No, but that's what I said. No, so they have to go through this phase of getting better players than they have right now, but not the global superstars. So that at least they finish in a respectable mid-table position, and there's sort of a core there among the players that they buy, who will be like the base from where they can launch themselves and attract the bigger names all across from the world.
All right, Baru, if you had to take a guess, when would Newcastle win a Premier League?
2024.
But so we are already in 21-22.
24-25 rather.
So in 3 years' time, you think they're going to win a league?
They'll buy the league. I mean, if by then they haven't won it, they'll just like buy it.
They'll have a referee
named the PN Sports Premier League by then.
They'll have a referee named Jamal. No.
Where are all the non-white referees, by the way?
Who were the non-white referees?
Exactly. Where are they?
No, I'm sure there are some colored referees.
Yeah. Off-white.
Yeah. Faded.
Spent an extra weekend in Brighton or Bristol or something.
But I actually don't think they're going to win the league for at least another 5-6 years. It is not that easy anymore. Yes, I mean Baru may say in 3 years they'll win, but do you like getting into top four? Then you have to continue being in top four. There's only so much money can buy just because
No, but
you have like 80
yeah,
million to spend.
I concur with Baru because they have bought it at the right time. I don't think Liverpool without Klopp are a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they may have a good backroom staff and management staff, but whenever Klopp decides to call it a day, I don't think they're going to be title challengers. Man City are, of course, there. Chelsea, it's like for a couple of seasons they're bad, and a couple of seasons they're very good. So this is a good time. 3 years is a decent time for them to be in a league-winning position if they buy all the right
Man,
players and get in the right manager.
how things have changed. Roman Abramovich suddenly looks so poor. It just looks like he's from Sakinaka or something. He's not even like able to buy a house in town. Oh God, this Newcastle thing. So their first game, I think Baru's just something's happened to him. So their first game, Yash,
Yeah.
is against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
The stadium is sold out. The
Yeah.
official fan magazine is off the charts, the highest ever it's been. It'll be a
Right.
packed stadium. There'll be like Saudi flags, and our Reliance board member, Mr. Yasser, is also going to be there.
Mhm.
So, what is going to happen in that game?
No, but I mean the game is irrelevant now, right? I mean Spurs could sneak a 1-0 victory and nobody would care. I think it will be a festive atmosphere and Steve Bruce's days are numbered. I mean, they don't need to sack him immediately. They can let him shoot himself in the foot
Why?
in the next couple
Why?
of.
Just fire him, no? What are you waiting?
No, I mean they have to show that they're like I don't know more just, more merciful. And they don't have to treat him like a rogue journalist or something. Right. So I think they'll and they need time to appoint the right manager. I mean, they can instead of doing something silly and appointing I don't know Eddie Howe or someone, they should take time and do a proper recruitment process to get in the right manager.
Yeah.
Because there's enough time in the season. There's enough time in the season if they get the right players in Jan and the right manager, they won't go down. And there's absolutely no point finishing 8th this season and playing that Conference League. That's not going to add any value to the club right now. All they need this season is just to finish a respectable respectable mid-table position and just build for next season.
Have they put too much pressure on themselves with the Saudi guys buying? Like if it would have been a regular billionaire.
No, but who's under pressure?
No, the owners themselves, they're like, oh God,
No, but why would MBS care if a bunch of Geordies are agitating against him in Newcastle? It makes no sense.
So are you okay? So finally on this, do you think the fans have got the club back in their own? It's like their own club now.
No, I mean again there are. It's very rare. I mean, only Germany has that 50 plus rule, and Spain has a few clubs where fans own clubs. So I mean, it's fine. I mean, the sense of ownership that the fans have for the club has always been there. They were just upset. Now, when they start winning, they'll feel again the sense of ownership. So yeah, in a way, they have got it back. But I mean, the game has completely changed now. Money talks, and in that sense, it's quite different from what it was in the 20th century. But I mean, it's the Premier League is a global phenomena, right? So any business that succeeds attracts investors from all over the world. We are discussing about this because football is such a public thing. If it was some other business and some Saudi guy just bought shares, nobody would discuss it that much, right?
Yeah. Baru, when would Saudi Football Group buy Odisha FC?
I don't know. I think they'll go through the entire list, starting with English football, then buy a French team, then go to Russia, buy a couple of teams over there, then the US, MLS. And then when San Maxime becomes old and needs a retirement, they'll probably go and buy Odisha just so that they can keep him in the family.
Yeah, I think Baru is already in some sort of jungle. Like, his internet connection is so dodgy for some reason. And what do you make of all these journalists? They are like so pissed that how can Saudi buy a Premier League club. Like, where have things gone wrong, Yash? That this is the thing that broke the camel's back. That
I don't know, man. This is just hypocritical, right? I mean, there has the Premier League has never really blocked anyone because they have a dodgy past. A state already owns Manchester City, and yeah, I mean, it's okay if they have grown a conscience now because Saudi are owning. But come on, we love football, but there are more important industries and things in life where not so people with not so good morality have investments and control. So I mean, this is not something that they should be outraging about.
Yeah, but I like how the Guardian has put it when they're talking about, angry Premier League clubs demand an emergency meeting. There's a line over there. There's a line over there that says the demand for the emergency meeting is not so much an attempt to derail the takeover because it's already too late, but rather a reflection of how high feelings are running. This is so British of them, man.
but
To like just say, we need to meet just to express our disapproval or something. But ठीक है, हो गया तो चलेगा. They just
but
waited for it long enough,
but who is protesting? Who is actually, like, who is angry?
Other 19 clubs united in opposition. United with a lowercase u, not an uppercase u.
Like, why would Roman Abramovich say the only reason he would be against this takeover is like he probably will have to shell out more money?
Yeah, but he can differentiate now that he is just a rich person with.
Yeah, I mean, I think Roman is a good guy. Like,
Yeah.
so,
What is Manchester City, saying is what I want to know.
वो तो cousin brothers है.
They're two rich people.
What would Stan Kroenke do in all of this? He's like, oh God, these fans will eat my head even now.
Even after spending 72 million on Pepe. और क्या चाहिए तुम लोग?
Yeah, yes, actually, this is a question, right? Like, Roman Abramovich is fine. Like, he already has a team which functions, and if he spends like 200 million every now and then, it's all right. United is a cash generating machine. They will keep fighting against Glazers, whatever. And City obviously has a lot of money. What would owners like Stan Kroenke do? Like, or the Daniel Levy, the Tottenham guys. They are the ones who wanted to come into the top four, spending as little and all that bullshit. All of that is gone now. Or even the Liverpool owners.
Yeah, it's not good news for the rest of the Premier League. These guys coming in because they're obviously gonna inflate the market. They're gonna bring the big superstars, especially with the COVID season creating problems for Barca and Real. And apart from United, there was news that they're going to raid the Barca bench as well. So
that's a bunch of 16-year-olds.
No, even Coutinho and a couple of others. Anyway, the point is maybe now they're finally start appreciating the Europa League and the Conference League, right? They're like, if we're going to win silverware, this is a real ambition. We need to reassess and maybe a League Cup here and there. So yeah, that's all they've got now.
Oh, and one of the things I read, Harry Kane on top of Newcastle's list.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Man City clearly don't need him. They're such a good team that, and Pep plays without centre forwards. But that would be the perfect signing for Newcastle, right? He's English.
Oh yeah.
He wants to break Shearer's record. What if he does it at Newcastle? It'll be so amazing. It won't happen, but still.
Dude, Baru bhai, Conference League, I'm telling you, just get used to it, accept it, just be happy in life.
What's next? You do realize that if you just extrapolate all of these European developments and these extra European leagues, 10 years, 15 years later, we'll actually have a Europe Super League with like 3 or 4 divisions, man. I mean, they'll just won't call it ESL anymore. But it'll all be there. There'll be conference and conference Dvitiya and super conference and
Copa Conference.
No, but honestly, with these guys coming into Newcastle, maybe the Premier League will be the ultimate product, right? Like it might even overshadow what the Champions League is.
I don't think so. I mean, there's only so much money can do. I think at some point it'll just be like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Personally, I get that feeling. Actually, I have so much more fun watching this random clubs play each other and just like lose 3-2 and things like that. So
Yeah, I mean, clearly, from an entertainment point of view, that's true. But, I mean, Newcastle. Look at when Newcastle was. They're such a bad club. It's just they're a one club city, and they're vociferous fans, and that's the only thing going for them. And Saudi bought them. Who knows tomorrow? Who else will enter? Uh, how many more billionaires or countries? Maybe Xi Jinping will fancy buying
yeah, but
Leicester.
it's like the law of diminishing returns. No, the more richer fellows keep getting in after 5-6
Right.
years, the value basically reduces because at some point the amount of money you pay and the skill you get will just saturate.
That's possibly true, but again, come on. There are three sports that only America pays, and that's so. I mean, they are so lucrative. They're more lucrative than any other leagues in the world.
But
I'm sure
they're lucrative because there are salary caps and a lot of other things. There's no relegation and things like that. So they're not
fair enough.
lucrative on their standing alone or like the standard of play. And even in US, there are super teams formed, but then like
They have to disband in order to
exactly
go to that cycle again.
yeah,
Right.
so you do such things. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. At some point, look, Neymar is worth 200, right? So now if someone is willing to pay 300, it's not like it's just going to become better. So he will still be. And as we have seen, Poch can just screw up any team, right? So there are enough managers like Poch. So if you put like
Yes.
Neymar, Messi, Ramos, everyone together, they will still lose to like Ren.
Without
to-
a shot on target.
Exactly. So it doesn't mean anything. I don't know. It's like yeah, like even we are all excited. We are all Newcastle fans and stuff like that. But it is going to be a long time. It's not like City is going. And you must. It's always a bragging thing, no. One of the French club owners, one of the richest British guys, he told that yeah, it may be like a big thing for you guys and the fans, but when we owners meet, we're like, I got one over you. I bought this guy. The guy I bought scored. So it just becomes that. So at some point, I don't think City is just going to leave things because Saudi is going to buy players.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, but all in all, what we know is that Newcastle may get into top four, and Arsenal will definitely not get into top four in the next 5 to 6 years. That I think is sure.
Yeah, it is what it is.
The only way if Newcastle realize that Arteta is a good manager, and then and then things change. All right, let's take a break right now, and we should talk about Nations League because Yash was so keen to talk about France winning, and we'll talk that, and we'll talk about like the matches to watch. Stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Ow! I injured my arm. I was in the gym lifting weights, doing, my normal pull-ups and traps with about 400 pounds in each arm. And actually, I was doing the bench press. I can't lie. I was on my 8th lift. It was about 360 pounds without a spot. I don't like to go lower and, embarrass myself. And suddenly my daughter enters all excited and she says, Dad, have you heard? And I said, heard what? And she said, now you can get Kotak home loans at only 6.5% interest. I was so shocked, my hand slipped, the bench press bar fell on my other hand, and before I knew it, I'm on my way to hospital in a lot of pain. But before the hospital, driver, Kotak Mahindra Bank pe rokna. I need to do this now. I blame my daughter for this. ऐसी बातें बताने से पहले कृपया ध्यान रखे. I mean, come on, yaar. Terms and conditions apply. Interest rate starting at 6.5% per annum.
All right, welcome back to Football Twaddle. The first half was all Newcastle United, and in the second half, does anything else really matter? But according to Yash, it does. So, Yash, what about Nations League? What happened?
Yeah, so Spain got revenge against Italy. Revenge, I'm saying in quotes, by beating them in the semi-finals. They had previously lost in the Euro 2020 semi-final against Italy, and now they got their revenge. And in the final, they played against France. Now, France had played a fantastic semi-final against Belgium, where again Roberto Martinez proved what a bottler he was.
He's an ideal Barcelona manager. He is.
Yeah. Belgium were 2-0 up, and then
oh really?
They find. They just France just found a different gear in the last 30 minutes.
What are you saying? So Belgium lost the game after being 2-0 up.
Yes. They were 2-0 up, and eventually there was a penalty there, and it was okay. I mean, it was not that exciting a game. The final was very interesting. The final was dominated by Spain, completely dominated by Spain. I mean, they dominated the ball. However, they didn't come too close to scoring. But I'm happy that United did not buy that guy Upamecano, because I mean he's so bad.
No, he's not.
I mean he's so overhyped is what I would say.
What? Just because you saw one stupid Nations League game, why are you talking like every other?
Yeah, because Varane went off injured, which is terrible for Manchester United, and like one of our favorite players, Lord Sergio Busquets, plays a random hoiked ball to Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres pretends to go down. So Upamecano stops running, and Ferran Torres follows up and goes and scores. And almost immediately from the kickoff, Benzema scored possibly one of the goals of the tournament or the year.
So your problem with Upamecano is that he is too honest, and he actually believes when a player falls that he's actually fallen.
Yeah. What a gullible defender. I mean, defenders are supposed to be horrible.
Baru, is this what the game has come down to? Billionaire owners and no value for honest people.
Yeah, this is what growing up with Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué has brought us to.
Yeah, the Ramos PK generation have taught us that there are no good people other than Kante. You.
Fuck you. I wonder if IBM will censor that. We'll just say we were saying thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, fine. France win all in all. Paul Pogba is very happy, and I'm sure that's the only trophy he's going to win this season and all of that. But the question I want to ask you, Baru, is that why is N'Golo Kante celebrating Nations League victory in the Pizza Express? What the
Oh, poor guy. He went to an empty Pizza Express, and or probably because he's that rich, he just bought out the entire place. But so humble, man. He looks so scared every time somebody approaches him. Like,
because he knows he's
I mean,
a
there's
black
a joke
man.
in
He
here,
can be
but I'm
put
just not.
for anything.
Sorry?
I said he knows he's a black man. He can be put in jail for anything. He's always scared.
Yeah, how the turntables.
Turntables. Yes. But dude, why? Like, I'm sure everyone else went to a good nightclub and stuff. Why is this guy eating like pepperoni pizza? Oh, he can't be eating pepperoni.
Yeah, Jesus. Because they're probably serving only pepperoni pizzas in the nightclub. So the only one that gives sattvic food.
All right. Since Yash was the only person who saw some football over the weekend, we'll have only one player of the week, and we'll give it to Yash. Who is your player of the week?
Benzema.
Oh, Karim Benzema, easily.
I didn't even see the goal. Is it that good?
It's so
No,
good.
the goal was brilliant. Basically,
Both of his goals were actually good.
Yeah, even in semi-finals, he scored a brilliant goal. But I mean, he was almost unplayable, man. For passages of play, he was single-handedly taking on the defense, and Mbappe was quite bad.
Really,
quite bad. He's having a bad time.
Yeah, Mbappe, he didn't even have good Euro. He's
quite
some time.
Yeah, the goal he scored was a controversial goal where people are crying about the offside rule and all.
You're talking about he scored 2 over the semis and the final, right? One was a penalty.
Yeah, one was a penalty. In the final, he was slightly offside, but Eric Garcia went and tried to block the ball and ended up playing.
Yeah, I don't understand that rule anymore now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just bad karma, dude. Like in the Premier League, Rodri had done that to Tyrone Mings. He had come from behind and stolen the ball.
I thought they changed the rule after that, no?
I don't know. Dude.
Yeah, they changed the rule after that in Premier League because we were crying about it in one of the podcast episodes, saying that City ko goal deke fir rule badal diya. So, all right.
Yeah, but possibly. Anyway.
All right. So Benzema is the player. I mean, Benzema is such a classy player. So that's okay. All right. The games to look forward to this weekend. Baru, what's your game?
I don't know. What sport are we talking about? I've forgotten what the Premier League is all about.
All right. So there is Newcastle Spurs. There is Manchester United.
What's the London derby this week?
Brentford Chelsea.
Brentford derby of the week.
Brentford Chelsea. Arsenal Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Vieira coming back.
Correct.
The homecoming. Lots of people's faces going to be
real legend versus fake legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Arsenal Crystal Palace. Who is going to win, Baru?
Well, we are on a good run. So,
So Crystal Palace.
oh yeah.
How can
Oh,
you
not
even...
really. Crystal Palace have drawn their last 2 games. Arsenal has drawn only their last game. So,
This is what happens when someone checks Google form and say किसने draw किया है.
so yeah, and yeah, I think it's going to be looking at the momentum and how Arsenal players have been playing in this break. It should be a good, easy win for us actually. 2-0 to the Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone
Wow.
really high off their their great international break. So yeah, I think even Pepe scored, if I'm not wrong.
It's reminding the Saudis what they missed.
Yep. So that's it. I think that's the only match I'll try catching.
Yes. And Yash, what's the match you want to catch?
Oh, obviously, Newcastle versus Tottenham.
Yes,
That is-
the regime.
Yes, the new regime, literally.
So, are you predicting a 2-0 Spurs win?
Yeah, 2-0 sounds about right.
Yeah, and Harry Kane to score to prove Newcastle that he is...
New audition, dude.
Yeah.
Auditioning for the new job.
Okay, I am going to...
Oh yeah. What are you choosing?
A 2-0 Spurs. That's
No,
what
what are
Yash
you choosing, Saru?
I'm going to choose Mourinho versus Allegri.
Italia.
It's Roma versus Juventus.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
going to be interesting.
Germany have become the first team to qualify for Qatar 2022.
ठीक है, हम भी कतर में हैं, टिकट खरीद. Yeah, and that I'm going to watch even Leicester United. I don't know. I've not seen even one Leicester game this season, so it will be good to see them falter against United and give Ole a much needed confidence boost.
Nice.
I don't think have Leicester played well this season, Yash?
No, not at all.
Let me check out their stats.
Poor Ole, man. Just when he thought his team was coming in place, they were getting a few wins here and there. Ronaldo's back in the club, and suddenly Newcastle walk in with like a lot of money. They're like, "Arey yaar."
Oh, Mark Goldbridge is so scared. $100 million spending spree, and only till summer.
Ya khuda.
Goldbridge is shooting bricks. I'm telling you, that was such a fun thing. Newcastle have taken his wings away. He's like, this is what I'm telling you guys. It's done. It's over. Oh, yeah, that'll be so much fun to watch Goldbridge. Yeah. All right. Yes.
Jordy and Goldbridge ka jugalbandi or something.
Jordy Goldbridge. We have to watch True Jordy. I'm sure True Jordy will have his live stream for the Newcastle game.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, there's no other decent game that he can do, right?
No, he can do whatever, but I don't think he's going to miss the opportunity to do the live stream for Newcastle Spurs.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Let's see if we can watch it together.
Cool.
All right, yes, take care, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Baru.
Later.
All righty, Jordy, take care. See you later.
Jordy, hey.
Jai Jodnendra.
All right, bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus is joined by writer-director Faraz Arif Ansari to talk about their critically acclaimed short films, Sisak, Siberia, and the recent hit Shir Korma. On The Habit Coach, Ashton introduces us to Avinash BR, co-founder of Deep Rooted Company, and his take on the quality of the food and supply chain in India and current trends in the farming sector. On Naan Curry, Sadaf and Archit talk about the humble potato, right from its origin and trade history to the various ways it can be used in dishes and its health benefits. On All Things Policy, Aditya Ramanathan joins Aditya Parekh to discuss the UK's first ever national space strategy document and the lessons it may hold for India. And on Say No to Drama, Chetna slices through the drama of bad boss behavior and shares what it takes to be a good boss. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our others for that matter, please do tell a friend. We really appreciate you spreading this. Word of mouth helps a lot. And finally, this week, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Cred, Bank of Baroda, Quarter, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Slay Coffee, and Intel. We really appreciate the support.
A wise man once said, traveling, it makes you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller.
Well, listen to such travel stories and experiences exploring India on the Musafir Stories with us, Saif and Faiza.
Catch us on the IVM website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.